Hello everyone, and welcome back to the video number 3 in our series of how to increase sales and cut costs. Again, this is Jimmy Borneman with Restaurant VIP Program, Restaurant Cash Cows. We'll jump right in. We won't give you any fluff. We all know the headaches tied to running a restaurant. Your sales suck, your costs are up, you have empty seats on the weekends, your competition is just getting harder and harder and harder. Got another brew pub opening down the way. You've got a new restaurant opening up downtown. Everywhere you look, there's something new happening. It's just so hard to run a business today. It's ridiculous. Well, in video number 1, we talked about controlling cost of goods sold, the power of inventory. In video number 2, we talked about prime costs and break even, the power of knowing exactly what your food costs, labor costs, restaurant supplies are in direct relationship to your sales, and then knowing your break even as you're increasing your sales and decreasing your costs, that sweet spot we talked about. I don't know about you, but these pictures on my screen drive me crazy because I know we've had Monday nights where the restaurant's just empty, like here in the bar. We've got Saturday nights at the beginning of the shift or at the end of the shift. I have this full bar and there's nobody there. No matter what I did, how much money I spent to make it pretty, people just aren't coming in the door. I'm going to break into a little visual, if you will, about the sales funnel. Before we do that, we talked about controlling cost of goods sold, prime cost, and break even. And I'm going to give you the capstone. We call those the cornerstones, and this is the capstone. Visualize a three-legged stool. You've got cost of goods sold, you've got break even, and you got prime costs as the three legs. And this direct response marketing is the seat, or the capstone. Hopefully that gives you a visual of what's happening. Well, here's a sales funnel. It's a typical marketing term, but here's your restaurant. We do all of the things that we've always done: word of mouth, TV ads, radio, billboards, coupons, newspaper ads, and they all drive traffic to your restaurant. And they come into your restaurant and you hope that it works. We like to call this hope marketing. We hope they come back after we spent all that money. This is expensive and you can't track it. All you can do is hope that that $1,000 you just spent on that radio promotion to talk about an upcoming event pays off. And there's really no way to judge that. We like to call this insanity marketing as well. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. I've heard that once. But here's another one. Doing what you always do will get you what you always got. Again, it's insane to keep doing what worked in 1990 in today's technology world. So what if I could show you a way to push a button and have your sales increase? What if we taught you a way to engage with your customers and teach them and engage them to be regular customers, engage them to be raving fans? Wouldn't you want to know how? I know I would. I spent years trying to figure out this magic formula or this silver bullet, and we call direct response marketing the silver bullet. So what we're going to talk about next is I should probably make this full screen again. I do that all the time. We're going to introduce a VIP program into your restaurant. The VIP program harnesses the power of direct response marketing. VIP program is just something simple. You reach out to your customers, you make them feel important, you give them incentives to come back in. And again, what if all I had to do was set it up once, hit the button, and increase sales? Wouldn't you want to learn how to do it? Wouldn't you want to know more? I know I would. So let's dig in some more. So here's a different version of a sales funnel. Here's your restaurant, and we still have these word of mouth, TV, radio, billboards, coupons, newspapers, and we're going to categorize these as new customers now. And this section here would be your regular customer and your raving fan. As they're coming through over and over, they start becoming regular, and the regulars then move up the level to raving fan and give us even better word of mouth. Well, the only way to really do this is to implement a VIP program. We'll talk about more of that in the webinar on how to really execute this and build this, but a VIP webinar in my description is use birthday, use an anniversary, use a half birthday, events, and promotions. And you do it with email, direct mail, Facebook Messenger, text messages, any way you can engage them and invite them back into the restaurant. It could be with a coupon, could be with a party, it could be with an incentive, you name it. But at the end of the day, Our job is to drive traffic, whatever means we can, into your restaurant, get a new customer. Well, we want to spend some energy and time and a little bit of money to capture who those people are. Where do they live? What's their birthday? What's their anniversary? If I know their zip code or their address, I can plot it on a map and I can start looking at where they live in conjunction with my restaurant. And then I can start figuring out where to put the marketing dollars into that neighborhood, if you will. So this is huge when we start knowing the power of KYC. And again, we'll talk about KYC in the webinar to come. So we're going to take this one more step farther and show you visualization about how we can use this information. It's a little complicated here on the screen, I know, but we still have two parts now to the system. We've got word of mouth, TV, billboards, coupons, newspapers, and radio, still doing what you've done, and we're pushing people into the restaurant. They're becoming new customers. And they're falling in, and we're getting that VIP program. We're getting them engaged in that program. Then we're sending out a birthday email and a birthday anniversary and a half birthday, and let's say we're having a special event, a New Year's Eve party or a Super Bowl party, and a promotion would be like a St. Patty's Day or the new beer of the month, something along those lines. But we send them out a postcard, or we send them out an email, we send them out a text message, all because we captured them in this thing. Well, what that does is it drives them back into the restaurant, but they bypass this new customer. They're already our customer. They already know us. They already like us. They already trust us. They gave us their information. So we call this the speed zone, for lack of a better term. But they basically speed right through this funnel, and they hit regular customers. And then from there, we start engaging and massaging and really just giving them love, and they start becoming raving fans. And that becomes dollars, big dollars. And you push a button, it happens again. We rinse and repeat. I want to send out an email about a St. Patty's Day party. Boom, I create it, organize it, send it, and drives traffic. Want to do a tax day party? Boom, create it, send out the email. Boom, they come back in. So your lifetime value of a customer increases. I go from a guy coming in once and hoping and praying they come back into a guy coming back 5 times this year because we got their information. So I hope you understand the power of direct response. I give them an incentive, they respond back, I track it. Putting it to numbers, if I send out 1,000 postcards and I get 100 redeemed, I have a 10% redemption. So I have a 10% direct response. I have a return on my investment of 10%. Well, if I spent, this is the beauty of it, if I spent $1,000, $1 per postcard, we know we can get them a little cheaper, but for sake of argument, $1 per postcard. Those people, 100 people came in and they spent $30 each. So now I've got $3,000 in revenue tied to a $1,000 expense. I'll do that all day long. Just rinse and repeat. Do it again. Give a bigger incentive. Do a different party. And just stack these on top of each other. And this is the power of direct response. So I want you to think about it. I want you to come to our webinar. I'm going to go deep and teach you how to set this up. What's the forms look like? What's the database? Where do you hold this information? How do we do it? When do we do it? I'm going to send you up teach you how to do some automation with this stuff. For instance, if we send out an email and they don't open it today, then tomorrow we'll send them a text message reminding them to go open up that email for their birthday. And if they don't open that text message, we'll send them another email. And if they don't open up that email, we'll send them a postcard. So you can see the power of automation, and all you got to do is set it up once. Push the button, and you go. It's beautiful. So I know this intrigues some, and others it drives them crazy. So if you want to learn more, you want to dig deeper, it's not going to take us long, probably take us a half hour, 40 minutes, and then some questions and answers. But sign up below, over to the side or wherever. I'm not on the screen today to point, but somewhere on this page is a link to join the webinar. So sign up today at restaurantvipprogram.com/webinar. In case you're watching this video and you're not on the page, restaurantvipprogram.com/webinar, and book a time to see it. We'd love to teach you. We'd love to show you the power of direct response, and really dominating your market by utilizing the information that your customers will give you. Have a great day.